think about, in terms of leaving university, I guess, when you're finishing university, when did you decide, right, public speaking, that might be something, that I could make a career out of? Because it doesn't, no one runs a degree in that, right? No one comes out of university, say, right, whether it's psychology or economics or, tourism, no one comes out and, goes, oh, that's me qualified, I'm going to go and be a public speaker or public speaking expert. So how did you transition, I guess, from there?
It was a great point. It's a great point, Darren. It really is. And it was in my final year. Things were getting a bit more serious. And I thought, okay, I'm not going to do this psychology thing. What am I going to do when I graduate? And so I started just trying to basically try out a bunch of different things. I worked a few different jobs. I was a fundraiser for the WWF, the wildlife charity. I was selling like cuddly toy pandas to Glaswegians on the street. It didn't go well.
That's a task in itself. Wow, that's fantastic.
It's a good grounding for a public speaking expert. If you were on Sauchiehall Street or Buchanan Street, I guess, and you're one of the guys coming up to you to get you signed up for a direct debit, I'd imagine that's quite a good grounding for a future public speaking expert.
Looking back, and also for just sort of getting used to hearing the word no, like pounded upon you about 180 times a day.
And that's the kind ones, Kyle, I suppose, yeah?
That's the kind ones, yeah. The other ones, say a few more words alongside that. But so I did that for a while. I was a lifeguard, and I was also trying a bunch of different activities, just trying to figure out who I was going to be. And one of the things I did was I went along to a speakers club, a place where people like practice public speaking together outside of work. And I went along there, no expectations at all. I just watched a few motivational videos before on my laptop. So I thought, why not give this speaking thing a go? So I went along, and what they do at these places is they ask you to do a bit of impromptu speaking. They ask you a question out of the blue, and then you've got to stand up and speak in front of a bunch of people you don't know and answer that question in over the space of 2 minutes. And my first ever question was, Kyle, if a zombie apocalypse happened in Glasgow, where would you go? And I'm thinking, what the? I couldn't believe it. But I found myself up there staring at all these blank faces. And then I was only able to say 2 words in that moment: the pub. And then I sat back down. So that was my first ever experience of public speaking. Really pretty awful, I had froze to the spot. So when I sat back down, I thought to myself, wow, because I was like feeling this sensation in my body, which was very foreign, like a real fear, I guess. And I thought, wow, I need to do something about this. Either I avoid this public speaking thing, or I go towards it and try to overcome this fear I'm feeling. And that was the decision I decided to make, to go towards it. And it's the best decision I've ever made. So that was how it truly began for me with the speaking and so forth.